right? Even Rido. I think Rido is on 60% correction at this stage, which is something you might actually expect from a meme token, right? But I'm thinking on even just adding a large bag into Rido at this stage. The main reason for that is because Notcoin airdrop is on the 20th of April. And it will be very, very interesting to see and to actually check out what will be happening with Rido. Let's check out the chart of Rido 3 days ago. It was 5th of April, right? Right here. More than 2x from me talking about this token. And the main reason why Rido pumped is because Crash mentioned Rido yesterday on Crypto Banter show, and Crypto Banter additionally mentioned Rido on today's show as well. Am I in their heads, guys? I was just checking out the chart and I saw that this thing is undervalued. Unfortunately, personally, I did not follow my advice, which is so bad. One of the other calls that I was actually given in this video is to take a bit of profits from your meme coins, maybe more risky ones, right? And open up a loan on Arbitrum. Let's actually see how Arbitrum is doing at this stage. The video was at 5th of April. Right now, Arbitrum is pretty much pumping up. But I cannot say that it was the best call. I think Arbitrum would be doing very well. I think my video about Ethereum being the most mispriced ecosystem is right at this stage. And I will show you some more facts on this as well. I just think that the more we go into this cycle, the more meme coins are actually going to outperform. Here is a piece of alpha for you. I don't think that a lot of people would actually be doing that, but if you would do that, I can almost guarantee you, I can tell you straight away that this is something that will provide you with pure outperformance on this market, at least till the end of the year. Listen carefully. What you have to do to outperform your portfolio and 99% of the market, you have to take each and every altcoin in your portfolio, each and every meme coin, everything that you have in your portfolio, sell it and buy Bodden and just hold Bodden till the election. You would be making at least 10 to 15x's, but the chance of you actually making this money is very high. I know it's bold, it's actually a bad diversification process in the first place. The diversification in crypto is a scam, and probably even if you would do that, you would probably not be holding till the end of the year as well. Right now, I think is a great time, and the mind frame that a lot of people actually have is that, oh, it's pumped very nicely recently. Yeah, it's probably going to billions closer to election. It's obvious at this stage. Maybe this meme coin mania would actually stop and I would be able to buy in the correction. I'm still convinced that max pain at this stage is up only. So many people are not exposed, and even people that are exposed, a lot of them, they're not sitting in meme coins. Even my initial portfolio at the start of the cycle, I just had like 2 to 3 meme coins, and I was buying more of them in the process actually. And there are so many people still that bought something in the bear market that keep listening to their older influencers, older guys, 40+ years old, right? Keeping them poor, telling them sit in Bitcoin, altcoins will be pumping and things like that. Such a huge capitulation expects this market. I think if you are sitting in altcoins that did not perform yet, that did not have their wave one, you should be very careful at this stage, because it's not only about the competition of your altcoins that did not perform and the altcoins that performed already. You are also in competition with all the new projects that will be taking mindshare, that will be investing into marketing when they will be launching, right? And at the same time, you are in a competition with the largest casino, with meme coins. And I'm sure that this cycle, most of the retailers, they will be doing meme coins. I'm very confident on this one. We see a slight recovery on the marketplace. Pepe alone is back to $200,000 profit at this stage. Everything else, Pixel, 8K, Sui, 12, Arbitrum, not looking good definitely. But I think that we are at the point where we will not be seeing these type of prices on Arbitrum. And I have a very interesting thought to share as well. Some people are saying that we will see a pump in BRC20s in the ecosystem, and mainly it's connected with the fact that there will be a launch of Rooms, which is a new meta protocol, kind of upgraded version of BRC20s, right? And some people are saying that meme coins are going to be possible on Bitcoin and everyone is going to actually do stuff there. It might be, we'll definitely be seeing certain movement there. But I think that with the largest upside at this stage is actually Ethereum and things around Ethereum still. We all see this craziness actually going on with things like Base, which is essentially layer 2 on Ethereum. And you might say, Stan, but you were saying that Base potential is actually dead, right? That you should not be buying anything on Base. Here is me doing a post on 25th of March. Base chain narrative is a scam. Let's actually check out something like Toshi from 25th of March, right? What we have here, 0057, 007. So if you did not listen to me, you bought into Toshi at that stage, right? And you should be up around 15-20% at this stage. The main reason I was saying that Base narrative is this scam is because I still do think that upside there is quite limited. And I specifically said on that thread that if you are trading, obviously Base is the best thing for you because traders actually need volumes. But if you are investing, if you are buying something in advance, actually expecting to make money on it, specifically from the memes point of view, upside on Base at that stage was quite limited already. And I do think it still is. I do think that we should be seeing a correction on Base. I can't actually say that I'm that confident at this stage because of the fact that they will have their on-chain wallet, that will be onboarding users on-chain and things like that. At the same time, I do think that the upside might be quite limited currently. If you were getting into something like Brad or Toshi, you might be up 10%, 20%, 30%. That's not something I'm looking for. Long term, of course, we will see. I actually did not want to talk about Base in this video, right? I wanted to talk about Ethereum. We still have our Ethereum ETF, right? Let me actually show you some charts. So some people are projecting that we will have our Bitcoin halving and we should be surging like somewhere to what, like to 80K, 90K, maybe even 100K, right? We can check out what type of upside we actually have. 35%. Well, it's definitely going to be a very nice move for Bitcoin. I think ordinals will definitely catch a bit because they were dead through the last pumps of BTC, which is definitely something very interesting. Stacks ecosystem that I'm talking so much about already. Remember, 4 coins that you only need this cycle: Sui, Arbitrum, Stacks, and Pepe. You don't need anything else if you don't want to spend 8 hours a day in the market. Just buy and forget. And one great thing, one alpha play you can actually do is to sell your Arbitrum, Sui, Pepe, and Stacks and buy Boden and just hold to your Boden and do nothing else. That's the only thing that I think will outperform. So that's based on your levels of degeneracy, right? Based on how well you would actually be able to sustain through the dips, through the volatility and things like that. But I do believe, man, if you would be selling everything and getting into Boden at this stage, you will be most likely outperforming. Because the thing with Boden is that Boden can be bought by both left and right, which is very interesting. And something like Trump is just going to be bought only by Trump supporters, right? And normies, they would still not figure out that Boden is actually like a joke on Joe Biden, right? Because that's not something I think they would be able to actually do. Something I wanted to share. With BTC, we already have our all-time high, right? We are at a new all-time high currently. With Ethereum, we still have 30% move to actually go to all-time high. If we expect movement from BTC to, let's say, 100K in upcoming 1 or 2 months, which is pretty much 35% on top from the current levels. At the same time, Ethereum should be moving large because this market cap of Ethereum is actually smaller. But let's be conservative. We would do 35 We would actually do 35% from the all-time highs. The same thing that we're expecting for Bitcoin. 6.5k. 6.5k movement to 6.5k from the current levels is actually 80% movement. Imagine what will happen to Pepe. Imagine what will happen to Bobo. Imagine what will actually be happening with all the layer 2s if something like this will be happening. We have this upside. It's in the chart. It's in the market already. Everyone is shitting on Ethereum, yet Solana just can't breathe right now at this stage. With all the network congestion and things like that. Bitcoin nice, I think Ethereum. I think my video about Ethereum where I was publicly calling to loan Arbitrum at $2 and I actually got one of my loans liquidated. I think it came a little bit before the actual time, and I think it's the time currently to actually be very, very bullish on Ethereum. And I still think it just was a giant manipulation with Arbitrum just dropping down to 1.4, 1.3 even in some cases. It's just so crazy. I think they are on purpose suppressing it at this stage to make sure that people won't be buying it. One piece of alpha that I actually wanted to share at this stage: block everyone who's bearish on the timeline currently. Unsubscribe, unfollow. They're keeping you poor at this stage. Where even if you are going into a sideways section, even if you are going to see the dump, it's clear at this stage we are at the bull market. You cannot imagine how much money is being thrown at Bitcoin Layer 2's projects and Bitcoin ecosystem projects. These people, these are smart people, they have way better quality of information in the first place. They have way more insights. They are not throwing the money to not get anything. There is a reason they have a bunch of money. The reason they have a bunch of money because they have an edge, they have skills, they have network, they have insights. They're throwing money at this stage, understanding what's actually going to be happening close to the end of the year and next year as well. We are in the bull market. Hold, buy, be bold currently. Like, watch my yesterday video. It only got 1.8 thousand views. I know it's like KSI, but it's not about KSI. It's about you, and it's about me as well. It's one of the most fundamental videos to actually be successful on the market. Just check out information there. Like, people are selling this type of information for very, very expensive prices. Here you are getting it for free, and it only gets like 1.k views, and some garbage like with top 11 altcoins to do 100x's, it gets 5k views, 6k views, 7k views, 8k views. I can't imagine. It's not about the token. You just need to have a strategy. And it's very, very interesting what we are actually seeing with the meme tokens at this stage. Man, one more time, I do think that learning to trade live pairs, this market, is the best money-making opportunity. I do think that we will have multiple seasons where anything half decent that just appeared on the marketplace, that you would just be throwing money at, would just be surging up, just going up. We already had at least one season like that. We will have at least 2 more where you would be able just to sit at the DEX screener, at Solana or base chain, and just be buying new meme tokens that are launching that are half decent. And a lot of them will just be sending up because people will have a lot of money, because people will actually gamble. I do think that's one of the greatest money-making opportunity currently. Obviously, if you plan to dedicate a bunch of time into the market. If not, just buy my portfolio, Pepe, Arbitrum, Sui, Stacks. You would be doing very, very well. If you're a DJ, you can buy a Memecoin. You can buy Bobo, you can buy Boden, but Boden is a very, very nice play as well. And Bobo should be also showing numbers because Pepe is moving very, very nicely at this stage. One of the interesting things that might be happening, because we might have this reality actually unfolding, is the fact that retail and normies would understand that things with larger market caps, they're not going up a lot. When you're buying something with larger market cap, you're generally most likely just pumping someone else back. Right? At the same time, we obviously have things like Pepe, we have things like Boden, so it might be a part of bear market PTSD type of thinking. At the same time, imagine all the normies, all the retail actually converted into people that are gambling on chain. And most likely, yeah, it's probably going to be either Solana or Base, because Base is very easy to access through the wallet and gamble there, and Solana user experience is quite nice as well, and transactions are cheap. Maybe we'll be having some things like Blast. Some people are bullish on runes and the fact that you would actually be able to do that on Bitcoin, but the main thing I would say are marketing and user experience. And we definitely see already that a lot of people, they are trading on Solana, therefore they would work as affiliate marketers for Solana, to people actually come to Solana, and Base, because Base would be planning to onboard a bunch of users. But I'm very interested to see the situation when a bunch of normies would actually get onboarded on Base, and the fact that there is a bunch of scam projects on Base, as on any on-chain, right? Any on-chain, if it's cheap to actually launch a token on-chain, there would be a bunch of scam projects. And sometimes these are some guys that are scamming people for 50 bucks, 100 bucks, so they're almost right way, because 100 bucks for them is already enough. That's something that they wanted to make. They made 100 bucks, they're living right away, right? And it's very interesting if US people would actually start to complain to Coinbase and to authorities the fact that they are being scammed, they're being robbed of the money. This is one of the issues that I might be seeing with Coinbase at this stage, and with all this Base narrative by Memecoins trading on chain, because if something like this will be happening, and there is a high chance that something like this might be happening, because it's a highly regulated environment. SEC was after Coinbase many times already, and there's a high chance something like this would be happening moving forward as well. That's essentially the risk that I see on the marketplace currently around all these Base, Coinbase narrative. Solana, from that point of view, once they would actually be able to figure out their network congestion problem, will probably be doing quite well. And maybe there are some dark horses for meme coin trading that we will still have, like something like Blast, for example, right? With Andy on Blast. Well, market looking good at this stage. To be honest, before I checked out the content from different people, like I'm watching like a lot of hours of content, and I'm watching everything on 2x speed, so I'm really digesting a bunch of content on a daily basis. Before I checked it out, I was a bit bearish. I thought that current pump is pretty much just short squeeze, because a bunch of people started to short, and that short term we might be going down as well. Maybe we will, maybe we will not. Most of people are bullish at this stage. Maybe it's right as well, because we are nowhere near the real bull market at this stage. Normies are not there. A lot of us actually still have additional capital that is not deployed at this stage. And if you would be planning to deploy the capital currently, please buy tokens that are winning already. Do not deploy into something that you think, oh, market just undervalues, not understands this, and it will pump. There is a higher chance that it's that garbage than the fact that market is mispricing something. We do also see gaming narrative waking up a bit, along with AVAX and things like that. But we still have to spend a bit more time on the market, because everything pumps after a correction. We would see what will be happening next. Speaking of Bitcoin ecosystem, it might be doing short term. Check out your Stacks, your Welsh, your Alex, your Arcadico. Speaking of BRC20s, might be doing quite well as well. Check out Puppets, Node Monkeys, Bitcoin Frogs are pretty undervalued at this stage. Check out your Reds, your Cats. .com might be doing well. Track, GHSY as well, Ghosty Cash. Check out these projects. They might be doing well. They might be doing well short term, but I think that highest potential should be in Ethereum. Upcoming 2 months should be very bullish for Ethereum. If we would expect a movement from Bitcoin to 100k, Ethereum movement conservatively should be to 6.5k. 6.5, almost a 2x from current levels. Imagine what will be happening with the ecosystem. And it's interesting that some ordinal assets are actually pumping with the pump on Ethereum, because a lot of ordinal assets are actually taken over buy Ethereum whales already. Something like Node Monkeys and Bitcoin Puppets as well. So you might want to check them out. But one more time, meme coins. Blue, cheap meme coins with a great narrative. They should be doing very, very well this cycle. Again, if you would just sell everything and buy Bodden and just return in October of this year, I think you will outperform your current portfolio 100%. It's just the fact that very, very small percentage of people would actually do that if someone would do that. If someone would actually do that. It's very risky. At the same time, you need to understand that upside is in the actions that not a lot of people execute actually. If you're doing something that not a lot of people are doing, this is where the upside is. This is where the result is as well. So, very, very interesting situation in the marketplace. Let's see how it will be ending up. Look onto BTC ecosystem, Ethereum ecosystem as well, gaming waking up, some other things, AVAX doing well, and your memes. Follow your memes. Memes should be providing largest returns. Bodden, man, I think Bodden is conservatively a 10x from here. Conservatively. Conservatively. And almost guaranteed at the same time. Almost. If they won't decide to rock, it's just going to be so great. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will be seeing you tomorrow.